Hello, this is Deb Joyce Meek from Delight of My Art, and today we're doing mystery stamping. It is Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome back to all of my faithful followers. I so appreciate you tuning in to me every Wednesday and looking at our mystery stamping. And you can get the directions here early on Mondays. They are posted in our Facebook group called Stamp with Delight, or you can get them in your email. So if you're not subscribed to my email list, make sure that you click on the link in the description. It's email.orderwithdeb.com. It's an easy form just to fill out, and you can get added to my email list. And otherwise, we are streaming live right now in Facebook at Delight of My Art and on YouTube at Delight of My Art. So if you're not following me on either one of those places, I really appreciate if you would give me a follow and a like. Let's go ahead and jump in and get started. All right, I have my handy sheet here, and I'll go ahead and move that off to the side so we can follow along. You know, I did notice one small change to be a little bit smaller. Our accent cardstock is supposed to be 7/8 of an inch wide instead of 1 1/8, and I did make that correction in the description of these videos, but the printout here was a little bit wrong, so I apologize for that, but you just have to cut it a little bit smaller. All right, let's go ahead and put this off to the side for now. We're going to get out our card base, and I have a real red here. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to do some scoring. So I do have some specific scoring for you. So I have the banners at the bottom of the screen that will be helpful. So I'll go ahead and get my trimmer out here, and we will start with the first one. So with the cardstock, with the long end at the top, we're going to score 2 1/8 from both sides. So we're going to put it in at 2 1/8, and then we're going to turn it around and do it the same at the other end. 2 1/8 from both of the sides when you have the long side at the top, just like that. Now we are going to turn so that the short end is at the top. And we are going to put the right side over here at 1 inch past the blade here. Oops, let's move down so you can see what I'm doing. Between these two score lines, I want you to cut at that 1 inch mark. So don't cut all the way down. I want you to cut just in between those two score lines. So we're going to close our trimmer with the blade between those two score lines, and you can push it up to that score line and then push it down because the track here is clear. You should be able to see in between. And if you don't quite get all the way up to the score line, you can always close it again if you haven't moved your cardstock, and push it back up again. So we're going to do that on both sides. So we did that 1 inch over here. We're going to do the 1 inch on this side. This is the top and the bottom specifically when we have our card in the right way. So between those two score lines that we already made, we're going to trim at 1 inch. So specifically, I'm going from 2 1/8 all the way down to 6 3/8, I believe. But you don't even have to worry about the measurements on this. You're just doing it between the score lines. All right, so now we have our piece looking like this. We've got our two score lines here, and we have these cuts just between those two score lines, right? So now we're going to flip it over, and we're just going to score in the middle at 4 1/4, just on those new strips that we just made. Leave the middle alone. So we're going to put that at 4 1/4 here. Put our blade out of the way. We've got our scoring. We're just going to score that bottom one there. We're going to open it so we can just do that top little piece right there. So now we have score lines in the middle at 4 1/4, just on those two pieces that we just cut. Now we're going to flip it back over, and I'll do the next banner here. Where did it go? I think it's right here. Now we're going to do the middle section. together. So I can't see any comments at the moment because I'm looking at the section that has all of the writing down here. So we'll go back and see if you've had any comments, but we're going to put this at 3 1/4. Again, it's on the long side. It's on the side that we originally had up. We did our score lines here, and in the middle, we did those cut lines. Now we're just going to go at 3 1/4. And we are just scoring in that middle section. So don't do it at the top or the bottom, just in that middle section at 3 1/4. And we're going to flip it around and do the other side as well. So there, and now we're going to turn it around 3 1/4 right here. Okay, so I'm going to take my trimmer out of the way and I'm going to put it so I can see the comments again. Hopefully you all are following along. Hello. Missed the beginning, Sharon. You can go back and check. We've got some detailed instructions for this one. So you'll probably want to go back and I'll have all the directions at the bottom of the screen here. Not all of them. I can take this last one off now. All right. So we did some scoring here and it is in the description of the video as well if you need to refer back to that. So what we have is our score lines here. Let's go ahead and make those two meet each other. We could burnish those score lines like this with our bone folder, like that. And then we can turn it back to the front. We have our two score lines in the middle. Those will actually be going backwards. So like this is going to be a little bit tricky because we have these score lines here. So we have these going backwards, but these are going to be mountain folds. So you won't be able to close the card and press it, but you will be able to kind of pinch it as you kind of have it open a little bit. So just do your best to kind of burnish your folds as well you can, because you can't close it here because this piece is going to be not flat. It will fold flat to fit in an envelope. No, not to worry. Okay, so we have this whole fun base like this. So here's how it looks like from the top. These two sections are folding backwards. This middle section is popping out, and the top and bottom are also going backwards. So we're going to flatten that back out so that we can decorate it. So going to our accent cardstock that is embossed. It's 7/8 of an inch wide. And again, I apologize. The measurement originally said 1 1/8. You're just going to cut 1/4 inch off of the width of that. 7/8 wide and 3 1/4 tall, 2 of those, and then 1 3/4 wide by 3 1/4 tall. Again, refer to those measurements on the sheet there, but those are just going to go in this middle section here. I have embossed these with our Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder, so you can see this really fun, whimsical plaid. So I'll just go ahead and add that with some glue right now. This is a brand new glue and I haven't used it yet, so wish me luck. I'm not even squeezing this, it's just coming out. Brand new liquid glue. That's going to go with a little bit of a border in that first little section there that has the bend. And I should probably hold that a little bit longer with the liquid glue here so it holds fast with all of this 3D embossing. We definitely want it to adhere, so I'm going to add a little bit more glue. Okay. We got a couple of people from India watching today. I'm so glad. Thankful that you can watch. Look at this. This must have been scrap paper. I've got some green on the back, but not to worry. You can't even see it from the front, and no one will know. That's funny. All right, so that's our embossed section. Now we have DSP number 1 and number 2. So I did have you cut these the same width. So I'm using the Reindeer Days DSP. So we have 2 pieces that are 1 7/8 wide by 5 1/4 tall, and then you have 4 pieces that are 1 7/8 inch wide, but only 3/4 inches tall. So those are our 4 pieces here. Those are going to go on the front sections here like this. And then you have those 4 sections there. So let's go ahead and glue those on. To where they're going to go. It's coming together. This will be a fun Christmas card. Look how cute these are. This paper is so cute. Okay, come on. It's a new glue, so it's being a little testy. Shouldn't be. I don't want to squeeze it too hard. There's lots of glue in there right now. I'll do my big sections first so I know I can pick up my project and not have those fall off. And then we'll do all these little ones. Thank you for liking and sharing, Mary Jane. I appreciate that. You know, the more that you guys comment and share the videos, more people will see the videos, and that does help me. I do actually get paid through YouTube just for you guys watching, probably 1 penny per view. So, I mean, I appreciate every single view, but I think that's funny. It's just a little bit, but it's enough that I appreciate every view. All right, here is the last one here. Okay, so here's our first one. And then, of course, you know, DSP number 2 is going to go on the back in those same sections. Beautiful day in New Mexico. It is a gorgeous day here in mid-Michigan. I'm going to take out my second pattern here and just glue that on while I tell you about the weather. It is just phenomenal. We, in mid-Michigan, I'm here in Williamston, which is near Lansing, near the middle of Michigan, the middle of the mitten. We typically have snow for Halloween, or, you know, wind and rain and just blistery coldness. It's almost 80 today. Now, it won't be warm tomorrow, and it is supposed to rain in the morning, but it is supposed to be in the 60s, and so I cannot complain. A lot of these kids are going to be so much more happy. I don't think it's supposed to rain in the evening. We'll see. You know, we're in Michigan. Things can change in the drop of a hat, so we don't know. But I'm going to try to line up my stripes here so that it looks a little bit more even. I guess it won't matter on those. It's okay. These stripes don't really line up with these, but that's okay. Cold where you are, Vesta? That's too bad. My husband likes to have it cold because he goes hunting, and so the deer definitely move a lot more when it's chilly out and it's less windy. So it's really windy right now. Oh my goodness, we have so many leaves in the front yard. I love my maple trees until it's time to clean up the yard, and then they go, they made so much mess. But the kids have been having a lot of fun in the leaves. I should share some of their pictures. They were playing in a giant leaf pile the other day. It was so cute. My youngest are in 7th grade already, but they still have fun playing in the leaves. All right, so now we have our neutral piece, and this is going to go on the back where you can do your writing. So this is the same as the front piece here, 1 3/4. Oh, you know, this is 1 3/4. It isn't the same. Okay, 1 3/4 anyway, by 3 1/4 tall. You could go 1 7/8 too, either way. Well, Tony says it's in the 80s right now. Usually it's in the 40s. I know, it is crazy warm right now. And I am not complaining. I love it warm. Love it, love it. All right, so here is the panel that we can write on the back side. So that's kind of this fun little dip in right there. Beautiful in Wisconsin. Awesome. All right, so now we can decorate the front with our label or whatever die cuts that you have. So I have done this already. using the die cuts from the Reindeer Fun Bundle. Super cute. Christmas is better together. These cute little presents come in there. I didn't even use any reindeer in this particular card, but this set is so cute. So this will just go right in the middle there. I'm going to put it on dimensionals. And I'll just kind of hover this to where I can kind of see where the dimensionals will go behind it, so I don't put them in the wrong spot. Another piece of scrap paper. It's funny. Nobody will know. All right, except for you guys. All right, so this can hang off the edge because the when you fold the sides in, this is how it's going to fit in the card. And so these will never be folded forwards so that this panel can kind of go over. It can't go past this edge here or this edge here, but you can kind of float over. You can even go over the top and the bottom because when you close it, it all goes together. You just might see it when you have it here, but it wouldn't be very noticeable. In fact, on my sample, I think I have one that goes a little bit tall, but we will take a peek at my other samples. This is cool because it does stand up on a table. If I did it right, here we go. So you can have these as a display card to the people that you're sending them to. We have all of these fun things. So we'll have, this is our first card, and I've got a matching envelope. I do want you to vote on your favorite card because, again, that helps with the engagement for the videos. So please vote on your favorite. I have 3 different ones for you to see. So here's number 1. Here is number 2 using the Something Fancy stamp set and the Frames and Flowers DSP. This is some of my favorite DSP. I love this DSP. It's so pretty. And it has all of these pieces that just pop out of the card. It's a specialty DSP, so you don't even have to die cut. You don't need a die cutting machine. It just has all of these pieces that just fall out for you. We're using the linen thread, the textured dots, and the cane weave embossing folder there. And then the back side, another gorgeous pattern. May the good you do come back to you. So nothing fancy, just love, except this card is fancy. So that's card number 2 with the matching envelope here. Again, one of those pieces that just popped and fell out right on the cardstock. So love that. And then card number 3 is using the One of a Kind bundle. You can see the stamp set right here, just using the words on that one. We've got the Snowy Scenes DSP and the silver part of the silver and gold 1/8 inch ribbon. We've got the loose white snowflakes here and the snowflake sky embossing folder there in the background. So again, that is cute. And we've got another fun pattern on the back side there. And then another piece that I just cut out of the paper for the envelope to match. So there are our 3 cards. Thank you so much for watching. And please vote on your favorite. Vesta says her favorite is number 2. Love it. Kathy says number 2. Awesome. I do want to show you a few more things before you go. We have the end of October. We only have, half a day and one more day, Halloween tomorrow. If you're watching this live, we have a couple different things going on. We've got our kit sale, but most importantly, if you love Stampin' Up! Products as much as I do, you can save so much by getting the starter kit and joining my team. If you have any questions about that, you can get $56 free in products. For only $99, you could get $155 of stuff. You can go to join.orderwithdev.com in order to join my team. I would love to have you. If you're in the U.S., I know people outside of the U.S. are not able to join my team or purchase from me, but I wish that everybody could. Beth can't decide. She likes both the Christmas cards. Rachel says number 2. Margot says number 3. Mary says the first one. Linda says the first one. Tony says 3 or 1. Deborah says 2. Linda says 2. Denise says 3. All right. We got lots of votes. This is awesome. Sharon says 2. Kathy and Vesta both said 2. All right. So let me show you a sneak peek also of we're also coming up in the tail end of our sign-up period for a card club, Delightful Card Club. And so we're using the same stamp set that we used in this one right here, the one-of-a-kind bundle, which is this stamp set, but you can use any snowflake set that you have, really. But this one is a wonderful bundle because it only comes with 2 dies, so it's nice, and one of our less expensive ones is less than $30 for the entire bundle. But here are your sneak peek of the cards that we're doing for this month. So you get 2 each of all of these cards to make, and with all of the instructions. So here's the first one. We've got a shaker card. We've got this cute one right here, and then we have a little gift card holder one too. So if you'd like to join Delightful Card Club, you can go to club.orderwithdeb.com, and I have a banner for that too here. And if you liked any of the things that you saw today, you can shop with me too at orderwithdeb.com. I do have a host code too. If you do place an order, you can shop there. Orderwithdeb.com. There's the host code for the month of November. So thank you again so much for watching. I so appreciate everybody tuning in and having fun with me. And I hope that I see you next week, Wednesday, the same time. If you make any of these cards, you can share your version in our Facebook group called Stamp with Delight. Tomorrow, I'll be creating that post at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time so that you can share your version and everybody can enjoy what you've made as well. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.